Hi everyone, back for another doll video, and this is going to be yet another doll unboxing. And excuse the noise in the background, it's raining right now, and we have the door open, so yeah, there's going to be some noise in the background, so just excuse that. And I'm sorry if you can't hear me that well, but it is what it is. But I just got this package in the mail. And there's dolls in here that I've been watching for some time now. Not these ones in particular, but just a certain brand of doll. I think these might have come out before Lovely Patsy or something like that. I don't know, but they are clone dolls. But I've seen them online here and there. Usually the singular ones are really expensive. I don't know why, because they are clone dolls. Actually, one of my dolls that I'm suspecting is a Lovely Patsy might be a Robin clone. I don't know. In fact, I'm going to go get her really fast. So yes, I found the doll. I got this one at a flea market when I was a teenager. And her hair was slightly cut, so I just cut it the rest of the way. So I cut it into the sort of businesswoman hairstyle. I don't know. It's very like businesswoman-esque in my opinion, but her legs like melted the plastic and completely destroyed her neck knob, or not neck knob, but her hip joints that go into the legs. So I just glued her legs on. Yeah, so she can't move her legs anymore. And she'll probably get a reroute at some point as well. But this is the same head mold that they used for those Lovely Patsy dolls with this sort of face. And then they had like the curled hairstyle like that and the red lips. Yeah, this is the same face mold, essentially the same screening. But she's got a harder body. She's not that blown plastic. And her arms are like rubbery and squeaky, and of course her knees bend. The problem with a lot of these bendable knee clone dolls is sometimes this happens. If you bend their knees so much, it will eventually split at this like seam area. But her knees are very good, like 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, they click 3 times. At least that one does, and this one goes twice. This knee is a little bit more worn. But yeah, she does the thing that I'm obsessed with, though. And then her head as well. But one of my favorite clone faces. So either she's a Lovely Patsy or a Robin, or she could just be unnamed. I don't know. I still haven't gotten her identified, but I do know that she had gold earrings. They were gold flower stud earrings. And that was all I had to go by. And I think her hair was originally like down to here. Like maybe to this area. So I don't know. But then there's another doll that I got. She was actually in box at the flea market. And that's the exact head mold that these ones have. And this one was a ballerina type of doll, and it was like a 4th of July themed ballerina outfit. It was very unusual. I still have the tutu and everything, but it's put away. But it's kind of coming apart because it was cheap at this doll. There's another clone. She used to have red hair, and she just had a ponytail. That's why I wrote her name, but it kind of bled everywhere. I did that ages ago. And if I'm not mistaken, this head mold and the head mold that the Robin dolls in here have is the same as the Talking Tina Barbie clone. So, which is a talking Barbie clone doll from the 90s, Talking Tina. So I think this is actually the same head mold that Talking Tina uses. So, but yeah, this was just a random one that I found at the flea market, and I was intrigued by her because she was so unusual. And then when I took her, like at least at that point, I didn't think I'd ever seen this head mold before. but I think I have, because I used to have a talking Tina doll, but I didn't connect the dots back then. But I hadn't seen one like her before, and she was a redhead, kind of strawberry blonde-ish, and her outfit was unusual, so I had to have her. I don't remember what her box looked like. I think I threw it away the moment I took her out, so, which I don't do that anymore if they're old stock clone dolls, and I usually keep their packaging because it's a piece of fashion doll history. So, but yeah, she's just one of those that, you know, you can just pull her apart fairly easily, that sort of situation. She's made of that blown plastic. Her feet are, yikes. I don't know what happened during the mold process, but she wound up getting these weird wrinkles, like these weird folds right there. I don't know, and her skin, like you see the texture of her skin is very like, it's got this texture. This like wavy, rigidy texture, I don't know. It's got a very interesting feeling to it. But yeah, she's definitely squishy, like, I was just intrigued by her. I thought she was extremely unusual, and so I had to have her, and she was like only $1, so I was like, why not? Yeah, so her arms, that arm has gone loose. Yeah, she just pulls apart. But yeah, that's her, and her lips, she actually does have lipstick on. It's just the color that, yeah, you can see the shine. I'm suspecting at one point her lips were red, and then the color bled into her vinyl. So my favorite part about her is this. Look at this, like how rubbery her head is. She's just so rubbery. This was the thing that highly amused me about her, was how like rubbery she was and how squishy. Yeah, like this is like, I remember doing this with her all the time. She's just so squishy. I'm obsessed. But yeah, I want to reroot her again because her hair it was eventually garbage. So I want to do her justice and give her a full head of hair. I love when dolls' heads are shaped like this, when they're shaped perfectly like this. So yeah, I like her head shape. Her body is something else though. She's got really tiny hands. But anyway, enough. That's just me getting off on a different tangent. But I'm going to open this now. But I had discovered that the Robin dolls, a lot of them, like the majority of them, have this head mold right here. Some of them actually do have this head mold. But most of them that I've seen are like this. They have this exact head mold right here. So I'm intrigued to see what these are like. And these are like old stock. These are brand new in their packaging. They're from 1996. So that was from when I was really little. And they're basically brand new. So, oh my gosh, I see them. And yeah, they've got lots of them. They were selling them for like $20-something for 15 of them. So I was like, I'm gonna have to jump on that. There they are. Oh my lord. And they are all blonde. Yeah, I think some of them might have sticky faces, but yeah. Beach Fun. These were never even put on shelves either. These were probably just old stock. But yeah, you see? Look at that. And you look at this. It's the same head mold. And I'm pretty sure it's the same screening too. This one's just way, way paler, and she had red hair, like strawberry blonde. But I had so many clone dolls when I was a kid that looked like this. They had just a bathing suit, and then they had this beach wrap. Except the ones I had shoes. They came with shoes, but... yeah, there's one of them. Her lip is scuffed, but I got 15, so it's fine. I just really like this early 90s, like, superstar Barbie type face. I'm obsessed. That's what fascinated me about clone dolls when I was growing up. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I could go get one of mine. Be right back. Okay, here we go. And this is one I got when I was a teenager, but she was like one of the ones I had. It's the same head mold. But yeah, here we go. These are the ones I had with this head mold, and they came with a simple bathing suit. This one actually has Connect-On hair, but she's missing some in the front, so I'm gonna have to add more in. But yeah, I've had this one for a very long time. So it's not the same head mold. I would love to find more with this head mold, because this was like the first clone doll I ever got. Like, with my first clone doll was the one with this head mold, so. But yeah, very simple design, you know, just a simple one-piece swimsuit. This one had one of these wrap things, but it was red, just plain red. And then I have this one as well that I made. I used that bathing suit to make a pattern. Oh yeah, there's the earring. I forgot I put it in here. So yeah, that earring belonged to this one, but I lost one of them. It's probably not lost. Maybe I still have it, but yeah, that was the earring she had. It's like a flower stud earring. But yeah, these were at Dollar General when I was a kid. So yeah, these were the ones that I had growing up, the ones with this face. I love the profile on these ones. It's almost like a baby doll. But these are grown women dolls, so. But no, this is what I grew up with. I grew up playing with these types of dolls, so. So there's the first one. The eye paint is very bold. Very, very bold. I'm wondering if they're actually sticky or if the faces are just shiny. But I'm more than likely going to take them all out, because I take all my dolls out. Here's another one. Yeah, her lips are not scuffed. And her bangs are kind of like swirled to the side. But yeah, I figured I'd document what they all look like before I take them out. There's this one, and her bangs are kind of cut in half. Once again, very bold eye paint. Did the other one have? Yeah, her face doesn't look sticky. This one does. Look, so yeah, hers was like discolored. So maybe some of them were made before other ones or after other ones, because her face isn't discolored at all. So, I don't know. This is like a time capsule though. Ooh, her bangs are really fluffy. Oh my god. They have squishy heads, just like that one. I don't think they're as squishy as her head. No, hers is definitely the squishiest out of any fashion doll I have ever had. Yeah, hers is like a punching bag, literally. You can literally just wait. Hers is like a punching bag. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah, but these ones don't. That's one thing I was wondering, is if they had the same body as this one, and they don't. No. The feet are completely different. The hand sculpt is different, so yeah, they have different bodies than her. But yeah, there's the one with the really fluffy bangs. Her top mascara and eyeliner isn't as bold, but you know, these were mass produced, so they're not all gonna come out looking exactly the same. Oh, hers are basically covering her eyes. So there's her. I like how her lips were painted, like how her smile was painted. Like her smile kind of, her Cupid's bow kind of goes like that, and then it goes straight across. Like, kind of like old Hollywood style. Her lips kind of go in like that. I like that. And yeah, of course she's not completely bald in the middle like this one was. Yeah, this one just had her perimeter of her hairline rooted and then bangs, and then they threw her hair up into a ponytail and that was it. These ones are not like that. These ones have more hair than that. So yeah, a lot of them don't have sticky faces or discolored faces. I wonder what happened with these. I wonder why there's like so many of them that never got sold. It's crazy. This has always fascinated me, like old stock dolls. Because when I was a kid, I didn't know anything about this. I thought when dolls were made, they just got sold and played with and all that. And then I started going on eBay and stuff, and then I started seeing a lot of Barbies from my childhood that were still in box and everything, and even Barbies that were older than that, still in box, and I was like, why are there so many dolls still in their boxes? I thought all these dolls had gotten taken out and played with and stuff, like, because that's what dolls were for. They were for being played with and loved and enjoyed by their owners. So it even today, it still baffles me that there's even dolls from the 90s, like clone dolls, that are still in box, still packaged, never played with. They've never had anything done with them. They've just been waiting. But yeah, she's got some really thick bangs, and she's the first pink one that I pulled out. I love this face. I love this facial screening and everything. I do. I love these dolls. Like, I grew up playing with clone dolls, and I will always have a fascination with them. I will always be interested in them. Forever. She's got like a black smudge on her. It's like a dark smudge. She's another one with her bangs kind of swooped. That probably wasn't intentional. It's probably because she's been in the packaging so long, but you know. I love these bright 90s colors though. This is so 90s. This is so early 90s. I could totally see myself taking one of these dolls with me to like the public pool area when I was a kid, or like NRH2O, which was a water park that I went to when I was a kid. I could totally see myself bringing one of these and just playing with her for hours. I really like these. Makes me wish that I'd actually had some as a little kid, because these are, in fact, from 1996. I miss when clone dolls had dates on them so that you could actually tell, but yeah, it says 11.5-inch fashion doll with vinyl head, rooted hair, wears other fashion doll clothing. Beach Fun Robin. But yeah, I don't know. I'm suspecting that maybe she is one of these. It's not the same head mold, but the screening is done exactly the same though. So I'm suspecting that maybe she is one of these. She's just maybe she was a more expensive one. Like these ones were probably like $1 something when I was a kid, and this one was probably like $5 since she has a solid body and everything and bendable knees. The hair looks like the same color too. So I wonder if she actually is not a lovely Patsy, but is a Robin. I don't know. That's what I hate about clone dolls, is sometimes you just can't figure out who they are. A lot of them came with generic names, and it's hard to get them identified sometimes. But yeah, there's her. Second pink one. Here's the third one. And none of their hairs are dry rotting. No, they've been in the package so long and their hairs are still intact. So I guess it doesn't happen with all polypropylene hair. I'm pretty sure that these have poly hair. But I think it's just impossible to tell which ones it's going to happen to and which ones it isn't. But yeah, her teeth got kind of messed up onto her lip. But it's whatever, you know, I don't care. Oh, she's got a harder head. So yeah, I think the ones with the discolored face, let me see. I think the ones with the discolored face, yeah, they do. They have harder heads. They're still squishy, but they're not as squishy as the other one was. So, like, some of them are squishier than others. But yeah, from what I know, there was 3 variants. There was the green bathing suit, the pink bathing suit, and an orange bathing suit. So yeah, this is another one with a discolored face. Yeah, some of them are definitely more squishier than others, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Again, maybe some of them were made earlier or later than others, and that's why. I don't know, just dolls that were cheaply made like this. Anything that was like cheaply made, like mass produced, that relates to something I'm into, like interested in, like dolls, like fashion dolls. Like, for example, fashion dolls is one of my interests, and I've always been interested in mass-produced, cheaper-made things that fall in line with my interests. I don't know, I've always found them fascinating. Even some name brand things have been, like, one of the things that I collected and still continue to collect whenever I find them is the Jack in the Box antenna balls from the restaurant. They used to have these like antenna balls of the Jack character, and you could put them on your antenna and stuff, but those were very cheaply made. They were made of like foam and like little stickers for the eyes and stuff, but they were name brand. I don't know, just like sort of trinket things like that that were kind of mass produced, cheaply made. Those things have always kind of fascinated me. I don't know, it's just always interested me. So there's 5 green ones, 5 pink ones, and I'm suspecting there's 5 orange ones, maybe. Here's the last pink one. She does have a shiny face. It's minimal, like the shine is minimal, though. It's not all over the entire face, so. And the fact that this is the only amount of shine that they have from how old they are is impressive. So, there's her. Some of them, they're all gonna need boil washes, definitely. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I just wanted to collect them. It's like an instant collection, which is really fun. I don't know, I feel like I bought someone's entire childhood. Okay, so that's 5 pink ones, but it looks like there's an extra one. So I have 6 pink ones. And there's her face. I know they're eventually starting to all look the same. But I like having a lot of them because I've always wanted one of these, and now I have 15 of them, so I have backups. I have backup ones now. And of course they'll all like redress nicely, and I can restyle their hair because they have enough hair for me to like braid it and ponytail it and stuff like that. But yeah, just clone dolls from the 90s and even into the early 2000s that had that superstar-like face. Those are the ones that really fascinated me. I mean, even the ones that I grew up, their faces aren't exactly like the superstar face. Like maybe from the nose up, you could see it could be like superstar, but the mouth is definitely way different. But the screening is a lot like what a 90s Barbie would have had. So now we get into the orange. Oh wait, there's another green one. So I only have 3 orange ones. I guess the orange ones were the least favorite. She's got some, it looks like she has really thick hair. So yeah, this is the first orange one. They all have the same beach wrap though. The beach wrap reminds me of one of those, like, it's like a foam ball that has fabric sewn around it, and they like fill with water and you like throw them at, they're like pool toys or something, and you like throw them at each other. They were called water bombs or something like that. But yeah, that's what that print reminds me of. But yeah, she looks like she has very thick hair. There's no shine to her face. She's sticky, or no, she's not sticky, she's squishy. But yeah, look, her bangs are really thickly rooted. Her hair just looks thickly rooted altogether. I'm just so glad that these were, I mean, yeah, it's sad that they were never played with, but at the same time, I'm glad that they've stayed around, like they have outlasted the children that from that era, and now they're going into the hands of collectors, and I feel like those are the exact people that should get these dolls so we can preserve them and make sure that they live on, you know? Because even though these ones were never opened and all that, these were more than likely still sold in other stores to children, and there's children out there that are grown up now that probably played with these. And yeah, it's nice to be able to preserve other types of childhoods as well. Like there's children out there that probably had a lot of memories with these. So, and they're also just a piece of history in general, like fashion doll history. So I like being able to preserve them. So that is the first orange one. And this is the second orange one. She definitely has a discolored face. All of them, this one's hair looks a little bit thinner, I will say. But I could always like pop some extra hair plugs in there. The heads are soft enough to where I'm sure I'd be able to just reroute them if I wanted to. Or just add hair. But yeah, there's her. I definitely like how bold her face paint came out. Very, very nice. But yeah, it said you could like give these to children for like party favors and stuff. But I'm like, I would just go to Dollar Tree and get one of those. Like, those are newer ones. And these wouldn't be, I mean, that's just me. I wouldn't want kids to get these because they'd probably just destroy them. Like, these are cheaper dolls, and they would just pull them apart and they'd go in the trash, so. But yeah, these are a piece of fashion doll history, and I think they should stay that way. They should be preserved. Last orange one. Oh yeah, but there's the logo on the back. Mainly made in China. But yeah, the other one, my first one that has that head, yeah, she doesn't have anything back there. So she might just be a clone of a clone. Those do exist. So this one is probably a clone of these. So, because she doesn't have any information written on her. She doesn't even say made in China, so there's literally nothing written on her. But this one, she does have a brand name, so. Yeah, that's the last orange one. I do like this orange. It's almost got a peachiness to it. This orange does. It's not really showing up on camera, but it's almost like a neon peachy orange, which, I don't know, I kind of like that. And the last one is another green one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 green ones and 6 pink ones and only 3 orange ones. Yeah, there's the last green one and the last one that was in there. So there's her. Part of me is hoping that the faces aren't sticky, but more than likely they will be. Like, part of me wants to believe that they are just shiny. Like the vinyl was just molded that way and it came out shiny. But the fact that their faces are discolored leads me to believe otherwise. So. But yeah, they also had African American versions of these, but they're not easy to come by. They were just your standard, like they were basically this doll but with darker skin, and they had black hair, but it was like the same hairstyle and screening and everything. So, but they did have variants. And then of course the one that I originally had red hair. So I don't think she was a Robin, but she's definitely the same head mold and screening. So, and she came with strawberry blonde reddish hair. So there were variants. So anyhow, that is all of them. I probably have a store's entire stock like right here. Like, this is just an entire store's old stock of dolls from the 90s that they just never sold. See, that's what I'm wondering about, is what happened. Did these dolls just get lost in a warehouse somewhere, or what happened? Did they get lost for years and then they were just rediscovered? I don't know. I want to know. I want to know the story behind them. It's so satisfying to see so many of them. It's crazy. This is one of the things I love about being an adult doll collector, is now that I'm an adult, I can have all these. When I was a kid, I couldn't. You know, my grandma and my mom would have never let me have this many in one go. They would have been like, you don't need all those. I mean, at some point they're right, but it's like, I don't need them, but I do, because these are basically a part of my childhood, because they are from that era when I was growing up. And I actually did have one. I had one that had the same head. So anyhow, that's my unboxing of all these Robin Beach Fun fashion dolls, which I'm gonna have fun unboxing them and cleaning them up, giving them all a nice wash. Still, I'm obsessed with her like thick bangs. Like, her bangs are really thick. So yeah, some of them are like that. A lot of them have like really thick bangs. I don't know, you see this all the time in like Barbie groups, like Barbie, like some fashion doll groups. Not really, you don't see it all the time, but I've seen it several times where it's like Attack of the Clones. And I'm just obsessed with that. It literally is like an assembly line, look. I just bought an entire assembly line of these dolls. I just can't help thinking of like that scene from Toy Story with Jessie though, where she was locked away so long. It's kind of the way it's been with these dolls. Like they were made and then they were just never taken out. They've just been waiting and waiting. They've just been waiting for whatever the future lies ahead. They've been waiting for a child or a collector, somebody to make them live out their full potential. But anyhow, I'm gonna stop getting philosophical and all that. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.